How y'all doing? This is Ken Smith from East Tennessee, and I was getting ready to go for a drive. Yeah, I know it's only flat on one side, but hey, I guess I gotta fix this because the grandkids are coming by in a couple of days, and well, I just got to get it fixed. So I figured while I'm doing that, I've never fixed a tube tire on a Model A. So we're going to take it apart and just see how easy or not so easy it is to patch up a tube. So stay tuned. We were going to take the Model A out for a drive today. Notice that we had a flat tire. So without further ado, I'm going to show you 101 different ways of how not to fix a tire properly. But hopefully I show you one way to maybe get it done. It's new to me. I haven't done it before, but I'm willing to give it a try. I figure if I can fix a bicycle tire, this can't be that much difficult. That much more difficult anyway. So let's begin. So when I travel, I usually have a small moving blanket with me if I got to do a roadside repair. And so this is going to work out kind of handy just to, one, give me a surface to kind of kneel on if I was on the side of the road, but two, also to just kind of protect the rim in general. And so I don't have any tire changing tools per se, just have a screwdriver. So what I'm going to do is just kind of reach inside and feel for the tube. I want to do this on the opposite end of the valve stem. So the valve stem's right here. So I'm going to kind of feel in here, feel for the tube, and just kind of slowly kind of work that up. See if I might be able to get that up and over the rim. Get my fingers out of the way, and don't really have the tube pinched. Whoop, almost. Try to do that again. You might see a lot of trial and error here because this is about as live gets. Definitely don't want my fingers in the way. There we go. Oh, almost. Try it again. Alright, getting somewhere now. Really want to make sure I keep my fingers out of the way. Looks like we just about got the first half off. There's that. Now let's, well, I'm going to try and work out the tube at this juncture. Definitely flat. Now I didn't, these tires were on the car when I got it. They are radials made by Coker. And I got the tube out now. So let's take a look at the tube. Don't see any major holes or anything, any tears, so that's probably a good thing. Doesn't look like it's been patched before either, so that's also probably a good thing. These tires, made by Coker, called American Classic. The tube says, where did I see it? It said Classic or Custom Classic. So I don't know if the tube is made by Coker or not, but made in India. So we'll see if we can find us a hole. Now remember, I said I want to do this as if I was on the side of the road, so that's really, really important to me, to see if I could fix this if I was on the side of the road. So we got to put a little air in it and see if we can find us a leak. So that's our next step. So now I have a Ryobi air inflator, battery powered air inflator. I usually bring that with me, but let's assume you don't have that and you just have one of these. And the Model A came standard, actually, with, obviously not this one, but did come with an inflator. That's really about all the air you need in there. That's enough to fully inflate. We don't need much more than that. Might give it one or two more pumps just for good measure. Okay? But we've obviously got some air in there. So, remember I said I want to check this as if I was doing this on the side of the road. I carry a patch kit with me, and I'll show you that in a moment. I always carry a little bit of hand soap. Always got coffee and water with me. And so, for the sake of not destroying my coffee cup, it probably wouldn't destroy it anyway. I got a little soap. I always carry a sponge, something that I can kind of clean my hands with. And so, sponge works really good. I use the abrasive side, obviously, to kind of clean my hands if I was on the side of the road. I also have latex gloves that I wear. But what I want to do is take this soapy water and just kind of wipe the tire. As I'm wiping the tire, or tube, I want to look for some bubbles. And what I'm looking for when I say bubbles is I'm looking for something that is causing a leak, a hole where I see bubbles that just keep coming. Now, you could try this with regular water, but I got to tell you, carrying a little bit of those trial dishwash dish soap containers is really all you need. And that soapy water should bubble, and we should be able to see a leak. Now, so far I'm not finding one, but I know it leaks because, well, it's been flat a couple of times. So we're just gonna either try to put some more air in there or put some more soap in our water and just see if we might be able to get some suds coming up. Now, I put it around the valve stem, I put it on top of the valve stem because sometimes the core will leak. So far I'm not finding anything. Let's flip it over and check the other side. And I know it's a real slow leak because sometimes it'll take several days for this to leak. Still not finding anything, which really kind of shocking me here a little bit. Still looking. Still not finding anything. All right, well, I'm going to try and put a little bit more air in here because it obviously is not doing anything. Got nothing coming out of the valve core. So I don't think we've got a bad valve core. Let's put some more air in it. See if we can get this this tube to leak for us. Right now we only got about 10 pounds in it, so I would think that'd be enough to get it to leak, but what do I know? Got about 15 in there right now. Maybe a YouTube video on how not to find a leak on a tire. Still nothing. About the only thing I got right now is a wet moving blanket. And a little bit of pride that's kind of feeling kind of weird about now. Well, alrighty. Well, I just do not see a leak, no matter how hard I try. But I do know that this tire goes flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a plan B. I'm going to fill up my my utility sink and seriously see if we can find a leak. We know that the tire hadn't been punctured. There's nothing in the tread, nothing in the tire. There's obviously no puncture hole here that I can find. It could be, I thought it might have been a valve stem leaking, but it obviously isn't. Not that I would expect to hear anything, but I can't hear anything. So I am actually going to put this in the sink and see if we can see any air bubbles coming out. So let's go to plan B. Hey, this is live, so let's go to plan B and we'll see if we can find something. You're probably not wanting to watch me fill up the whole tank, and I can't say that I blame you. But what I want to do is get enough water in the sink to submerge at least a section of the complete inner tube, and then I'm going to look for bubbles in the water. So that's our next step. Alrighty, so I think I got enough water in here at this juncture to submerge a whole section. Yeah, I do. About probably about 10 inches or so. And as soon as I submerged it, you can see the bubbles maybe. See if we can get in a little closer. You can see those bubbles coming up. Now I don't know why I couldn't find it earlier, but it's obviously doing it. And see, there's no bubbles. Let's just see if we can. Alright, so it's in this general area. Now let's just see if we might be able to take a little dish soap and just kind of put it on there and see if we can get some bubbles. I hear it now. It is right there. I don't know why it won't bubble for us. If I actually put my... There we go. Can you see it now? It is ever so tiny. If I actually put my finger across it, you can kind of see it. That's our culprit. Now I'm going to go all the way around the tire just to make sure that I don't have any other leaks, but this is where she's coming from. So it's good news that it's a very small leak. I'm going to try and patch it up with a conventional tube patch kit, but I'm going to go around the whole thing and see if we see anything else. Come back to that in a moment. I know it might sound kind of weird, but I was actually pretty excited to find that leak because I'm like, all right, I'm not losing my mind. I know it leaks because obviously I had a flat tire with it sitting in the garage. It's not the first time that it's lost air, and it's gone flat on me a couple of times actually, and so I know I wasn't losing it. I'm losing my mind, I should say. Definitely losing air. And I know that this sounds crazy, and I know that I'm going to get a whole lot of feedback on this, but I got to tell you, I wasn't sure what I would do if I was on the road, and so part of my thought process was, well, if you can't find a hole, use the green slime stuff, because that works in inner tubes. I've done it on inner tubes, but I've done it on not a Model A, and not on I've done it more along the lines of those inflatable tires, like, you know, carts and that type of thing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to patch this up. We're going to use a conventional patch system that I bought at Tractor Supply. You can probably get it anywhere. So we're going to take it to the next level now. So what I did is I just kind of dried the tire off, and so that you could see it, just how small this hole was, I put a little Sharpie circle around it. I would have probably had a pen or something in the A and just kind of circled it if I was on the side of the road. But the Sharpie will show up a little bit better. I'm hoping maybe on camera, maybe it won't. But and it doesn't look like it will. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so right above my fingertip, you see that little circle, and then a small little pinhole. That's the culprit. And so we're going to go ahead and take out our kit and kind of patch this little bad boy up, get her in, get some air in it then, and see if we can have the car ready for the grandkids when they arrive tomorrow. So here's our tire patch kit. Like I said, we just got it at Tractor Supply. Nothing fancy, whole whopping $3-4, I think is what it was. Might have been $1.380 more, $1.380 less. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm gonna get down here on my hands and knees, and we'll open it up on screen for you to see all of what comes with it. Looks like we got multiple patches. So it looks like we got some multiple patches, and they range in size. We'll definitely get one that covers the hole up really nice. Comes with a little scuffer that we're going to use on the tube, and then a small patch of rubber cement. So let's get busy. So there's my area, and we're just going to scuff this up. We need a scuffed surface or something with a little bit of texture, so we've got a place for the glue to kind of settle in. I think that's really good. Alrighty. Yeah. Alright, yeah, now that hole's nice and exposed. You can see it. I'll bring it up, I'll bring the tube up there so you can kind of see it. And then we want to let the air out and put some rubber cement on here. Let it dry for 10-15 minutes or so, get it a little tacky. Put the patch on, give it a good rub down. So let's take a look. I'm a little slow getting up here. So let's see if you can see. hard kind of tell, so sorry about the light, but it is kind of right there. There we go, there's that hole, and a little bit more visible now. You can kind of see how that's all scuffed up. So on to the next step. Alrighty, so we got the patch on. Our rubber cement is dried. Looks really good. We're gonna go ahead and put her in. So let's see how we fare with that. Now I have all the air out, and what I like doing is I like putting the valve stem in, and then kind of working the tire or tube inside the tire, and then when I get ready to put the bead on, or the bead over the last portion of the rim, I like starting opposite end of the valve stem. That way there I can watch the valve stem and just kind of keep an eye on it as we're putting the tire around. So alrighty, so here we go. We're going to just kind of tuck it in, start in the valve stem area. We don't want to just slop it in there. We want to make sure that it gets in there nice and even. Otherwise, the tube, you risk taking a chance of the tube getting pinched as it starts to inflate. Now I know that some motorcycle guys like to use talcum powder on the tube. Helps it to slide in there a little bit easier. But again, I want to try and simulate what we might have to do on the road. So all these years of playing softball, my knees are not what they used to be. lost the valve stem. If I was on the road, I'd have pliers with me. So we're gonna just grab a pair of pliers, just kind of work that valve stem in there. And then we're gonna get that tire kind of tucked in, tube tucked in, and then we're gonna start putting that tire on. Remember I said I like doing it from the side where I can kind of watch that valve stem first. Again, we really want to be careful that we're not grabbing the tube, pinching the tube in any way while we slide this tire down. Got just a little bit of tube sitting up there. Slowly working that in, working it around. Almost there. where the fun begins. Make sure that tube is in there. We're not pinching it. This is why I said I like starting on that end 180 degrees away, is again I noticed that the valve stem started working its way in, and it's a lot easier to just kind of hold it while we get that last little bit in. Okay, all right, so now our tube is in, and we should begin to air it up, and let's see how that goes. All right. Well, that's a much better way to start, or finish the day, I should say, than the way the day started. She is on. She is holding air. And super excited. So let her sit there, and we will come back and check on it later. Woo! We got it done. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Anyhow, I really hope you enjoyed our video on 101 ways on how not to change a tire, and maybe the right way to change a tire. First time I've done one on a Model A. I enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Remember, give us a like and a subscribe. It's super important so we continue to bring content to y'all. And most of all, be blessed.